All right, so this is from Alden Gonzalez, ESPN's multimedia reporter. Joe Madden was asked tonight about Shohei Ohtani's MVP chances. To me, it's not even close. When people talk about it being close, it's not. It's not. What he's doing is so unique. It's just so different compared to anybody else. Hard to argue. Okay, so I'm going to call the bias meter on this. What else would you expect the Angels manager to say about his guy? Of course he's going to say it's not even close. Joe Madden's drinking his wine, going over it. But Carlos, I'll make the case your why. Listen, I think it's Ohtani, but I think it's a conversation. Vlad Jr. is second in all the Triple Crown categories. Rafael Devers is part of a first-place team. I know what Ohtani's doing is historic. But do you think it's a no-brainer, or do you think it's at least worth having a conversation? Who else is in the mix?
We're having a conversation because there is ambiguity in the award and the definition of an MVP.
Right.
Now, if you were to define, I feel too tall on this.
Yeah, please do, thanks.
But if you are going to define, okay, most outstanding player in the league, Ohtani. Most outstanding player, man, he's doing everything.
Right.
Hands down, like Joe said. Now, if we're going to go to MVP, now you give me a chance to kind of start arguing, bringing up a case that Ohtani's not playing for a winning ball club. So really, has he been value, has he added value to the Angels? You see how you open up the floodgates of argument? That's why it's not a true win, because we do not define the MVP. I've always been an advocate to saying this is an award, most outstanding player, and then we have an MVP. That way Ohtani wins most outstanding player. You could also win the MVP if you take your team to the postseason. You know, so defining the award to me, Tom, is important, and they still haven't done it.
But that's why I love it.
Exactly.
Right?
See?
It's really in the eyes of each voter.
Right.
I happen to agree with Joe Madden.
Not even close.
I don't think it's close. Last time I checked, the Jays and the Angels have like the same record, correct?
Yep.
I mean, the Jays are no closer to the postseason, really, than the Angels, so you can't give me the context of meaningful games, quote-unquote. The Angels are still in it, kind of. So I just agree with Joe Madden that what Shohei Ohtani is doing here is so far, even beyond extraordinary, that he has to be the MVP. I mean, last night he got his 100th strikeout. He's punching out 12 per 9 innings. Did you see him last night? He gets a single, he steals second base, scores on a hit. Anytime I watch a pitcher on the mound and he's got dirt on his uni, that's my guy. That's my guy. Look at this. He's stealing bags when he's punching out 5 over 7 innings. Come on now.
Oh, and why don't we call it the most outstanding player?
All right, so the most outstanding player is
Can you just give me that, please?
I'll switch it up.
But it's also valuable, no?
Right, think how much worse they'd be without him, right?
Yes, it depends on the context. It's valuable to Major League Baseball, yeah. He is the most valuable player right now to MLB.
Well, that's I think to the sport, right?
I know. I'm being picky here. I'm being too literal.
The Angels are going to miss the playoffs for the 7th straight season, but I'm with you that I wouldn't blame Shohei Ohtani for that. He's done everything he could and more.
Unbelievable.
And what he's done. And I think, to your point, Tom, like what he's doing is like it's not just tangible. The numbers are there. 35 home runs. He leads in slugging, 100 strikeouts. But it's the intangibles. It's the other stuff. The way he runs the bases, his competitive desire, the fact he's so eager to do all this. That matters as well.
14 stolen bases, 12 infield hits, and he's leading the league in slugging and home runs.
Right.
And he's punching out 12 per 9 on the mound.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, right now, I don't even think the final vote's going to be close. Now, it could be close if Vlad, say, wins Triple Crown.
Sure.
Blue Jays get in the postseason. I'm not ruling out that possibility, but right now, it's not close.
Why don't we cut to the chase and just keep it clean, man? Most outstanding player, and give me an MVP.
But I do like that whole point of the Triple Crown. Remember that whole debate, Miguel Cabrera, Mike Trout? Some said, well, if Miggy gets a Triple Crown, he should win. Otherwise, it should be Trout because of WAR. Do you care about the Triple Crown still? Is that important to you if Vlad does get that?
I think it does have its romance. You know, it's kind of romantic to hear that you won a Triple Crown. It's amazing. Not many people have ever done that.
Yeah.
If you ask me, when I was growing up, that's what I wanted to be.
Right.
A batting average guy, a homer guy, and, you know, driving in runs. That's the ideal slugger for me. I know things have changed because you look at metrics now, more advanced. But I'm all for trying to quantify every single number that matters and making sure we recognize the winner instead of missing out on players that should be recognized. That's all. That's why I'm fighting for an extra award.
Ted Williams, by the way, won the Triple Crown. Tom knows this twice. Didn't win the MVP. Lost to DiMaggio. So it depends. It's romanticized, but sometimes even back then it was overlooked. And then if you ask Joey Votto, he's like, like RBI doesn't matter, home runs doesn't matter. Like it depends on the guy you're talking to. It depends on your perspective of the Triple Crown. For you, Tom, do you think it's a cool thing still?
I do. Because it is so rare, I think it's cool. It shows the ability to hit for average, which I know is not a cool thing anymore, but it still matters. And with power. But again, I think recent years, voters are much more about wins above replacement,
Yes.
right? WAR. I don't see how Vlad could catch Ohtani because Ohtani's putting up WAR on the mound as well as he is in the batter's box. He's a slugging first baseman who also hits for average. I get it.
Yeah.
But chasing him down on WAR is going to be tough.
If that's your criteria, you have no chance. No one's got a chance against Ohtani.
Right. WAR is a cumulative stat. He's adding with both pitching and his hitting, which is amazing.